Okay, going to do a little bit of finish up the underwater domes that I had started, and I want to build one more dome to add to my complex. So I think we will do that, and then we will, after we finish building that dome, we'll furnish it and then take a look at what we have. So I'm going to start with a potion of night vision, and then a potion of water breathing. And let's see, we'll put those away. Let's get this. Okay, so let's get to it here. I had kind of laid out the floor plan to make sure that I had enough room. So I'll clean that up now and go ahead and get to it. And the pattern is again 3 on the side, then 2, then 1, then 2 on a slightly different direction. Oops, not that one. One. That one's kind of right up against the wall. And now I'll move to my glass. Well, you know what? We should finish this off first. These need to be 3 high. On each end. There. Now I can start working the glass. And I will go around and make 2 high on every one of these. Which brings us up to the same height as these end pieces. And I'm going to use quartz for these uprights. And then just to the inside of those quartz stairs, we put the glowstone. quick take a look, make sure I remember what I'm doing. Yes, that's right. And then on top of that, another set of quartz stairs. Need to refresh my memory with some looks, because it's actually been a little while since I did these other domes. Couple of weeks. Then another one on top. Before I run out of my air. I think that one I will save. Don't need that one. I think that's it. Except for the one on the top. Now that that part's done, time to fill the dome with gravel, which can then be, I can then dig it out and essentially take all the water out. The key is not to be missing, spots. Otherwise, those will be left when you dig it out, and they will be a water source block. Not what we want. Oh yeah, can't forget that. In fact, I think I'm going to switch to dirt. Do the top. It'll get dark. But what I'll be able to do is empty those blocks, break those blocks. At the top. We're getting there. There. Whoops. There's a little current here. Missed one there. Sometimes it works easier with the dirt, but the gravel sure cleans up a lot easier. So the question is, did I miss any? Because if I missed one somewhere. Go find that thing. Looks like that's it right there. Need to be careful. I missed a. When you go through breaking these things, you don't accidentally break some of the glass. Which is why I like the gravel, because then with my shovel, I can just keep hitting the bottom. And if I go too far, I'm going to hit stone instead of glass. And that won't break right away. And I have a plan for this dome. I'm going to make a little bit of a park garden underwater. I have my living quarters in a different dome. I have a dome with a farm in it. And I have a dome with some of my workshops. So I don't mind these holes, because actually I'm going to dig down a little bit and replace this gravel with dirt. gravel and stone, as the case may be. There should be a couple of extra blocks in here that I can get rid of, that I had to place just to help me build up the glass on the outside. This one looks suspicious, like I don't need it, but I'm not sure I dare break it. But yeah, if I get rid of these, I gain a little bit of extra space. I set aside one grass block so that that can spread to the rest of these. It'll take some time, but we should get there. So the grass is starting to spread. Now what I want to do, I'm going to dig down a couple more layers here. I may need a little bit more dirt. Let's see, but I think over here I am going to plant a tree. And we'll try it. Now this takes some trial and error because I don't always get the tree that I want in here. Sometimes it'll grow a big oak and I don't want to fill the entire thing. And I think this wall. I am going to get a couple of things. As you can see, you've already seen this room. As I've been coming in and out, this is my work room with obviously my enchanting, my brewing stand. Have an anvil over there. It's a little bit crowded. And then up these stairs, this is my living quarters. Me and my dog. And I want a bucket of water. Well, I have some iron, so I'll make a bucket. And I know where to find some water. Get that water to flow where I want it. Yes. Try again with the tree. How do I want to do this? Kind of want to see how that tree grows. See what kind of shape I get. I wonder if I get a little bit more light if I put one under the water. That might look kind of cool. Maybe here. Or do I want it there? No, I think here. Here, there. What I'm going to do there. Let's see, do I have any wood? Yes, I do. Well, it might look better with the quartz because that's kind of the theme of the room. I was going to make a bench. See how a quartz bench would look. You know what? I think I want this water to not come out of the wall, but to come out of the ground. And we'll put some dye right in there. I like that better. Have at this tree again. You can see there's a, what? That needs to be fixed. That'll make a mess. I have to go outside to do that. And it'll probably crunch whatever tree I'm trying to grow, so I guess I better do it now. Well, go in and see what kind of a mess we made. Oh, not bad. Only thing that was messed with was the torch. Come on, tree. Now this is a big tree. This might be too big. Well, maybe if I shape the leaves a little bit over on this side. So I want to be able to get around it. That's an unusual shaped tree, that's for sure. But it gets the point across. Now this is pretty much what I'm looking for. Maybe one more there. I just like the thought of a quiet place underwater where I can go sit by the little stream under a tree. I realize you don't need the shade, but it's just like the idea of having a place where that's possible. And I'm going to plant some more flowers and grass as soon as those grass blocks grow. Wonder what I have up here. I have a couple ferns. I can throw a few ferns in. The one downfall to this dome is that it's close enough to the surface that when it's raining, I can hear the rain. I don't know if you can hear that, but I certainly can. But once I get down this far, you can't hear the rain at all. This is my underwater farm. Have pretty much what I have in the greenhouse back by the castle, just to a little bit lesser extent. But there's pretty much everything here. I don't have any animals down here because A, it would be hard to get them down here. Not impossible, but hard. And B, they're too noisy, too smelly. I have enough to eat. Oh, ferns. Don't need a lot. About a couple. I'm impatient waiting for this grass to grow so I can get some flowers and the like. All I got was grass there and no flowers at all. What it could use now is a few birds, a couple of handful of songbirds, maybe a gecko or two. And the final piece of this puzzle for this dome complex is the location. I like how this one is on a little bit higher ground. But the other thing I did was I got the coordinates and I built this corner directly over. Wow, can't get down there. Directly over the mine shaft that I have underneath the castle. So I can't actually get to it without going in the water at all. And then just travel to the castle this way. So that's pretty much it. I'm actually kind of experimenting here in anticipation of the Aquatic update because I think it's going to be really cool to have something underwater in an environment where there's just more interesting things down here as far as things swimming around and different types of corals and things. And I think it'll just be cool to be down here. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. When I build something like this, I'm kind of anticipating that. Oh, just thought of something else I could do. Not here, but on this far side. And again, hopefully I do this without making too much of a mess. Actually, but some of this stuff is not going to work if the mechanics of water changes a lot. You won't be able to just have a door. I kind of like that. You won't be able to just have a door and have it hold out the water. So it'll require something like a beaver lodge or something where you go underneath and come up from underneath. But that's not that much of a problem. That's certainly a doable thing. So that is it. I was kind of hoping this grass would grow enough that we could plant some more on it, but I will do that another time. And you'll just have to trust me that it should look cool. I may import a few extra flowers too. So I think I want to do a swim over here. So yeah, this is the kind of made them out of different types of materials. The blue glass on this one. And I like the blue glass with the sandstone, but in general I prefer the clear for the underwater. And I suspect I will like it even more once we have that aquatic update. But obviously there's all sorts of different things you could do with something like this. Different shapes. I just like the look of the dome. You know what? I'm gonna add a piece of glowstone to this. That should brighten up that hallway when you come across it, because it gets kind of dark going through there, and with the drips, it's kind of dark and wet. And I thought this hopefully will make it a little better. Yeah, I like it. It's brighter down here. Now you don't mind stopping and look out the window if there's something out there swimming by, like a big squid. Huh. Or trying to swim in. Okay, well, thanks for joining me finishing up this build. And hopefully we'll see you on the next build. Not quite sure what that's going to be yet, but I am sure that we will come up with something. So thanks for joining, and go ahead and subscribe to the Endwenders and check out some of the things we do with these builds. It's not just building, we actually like to play the game and have some fun doing it. So thanks for watching.